Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, I'm not particularly happy, man. It's been a horrible offseason so far for my favorite team, the Chicago Bears, and we got to talk about it, man. This has just been an absolute travesty. It's been a disgrace. And Ryan Pace is just, I don't know what the heck he's doing. He's like running a clown show out here, bro. Like, I don't see the direction we are going in, man. So we're going to go ahead and just talk about this. It started with Andy Dalton. Bears fans were fantasizing about Russell Wilson, the potential to get him. I didn't really think it was going to happen because, at the end of the day, Seattle was not giving up Russell Wilson. But I didn't expect us to sign Andy Dalton this quickly. Andy Dalton, the red BB gun. Not even the red rifle anymore. He's the red BB gun. That's how trash he's been the last couple of years. He's not bad, but he ain't great. And that's what the Bears have had. The Bears have had mediocre quarterbacks, and we just can't seem to get this right. And it's just the long living nightmare of mediocrity continues. And Ryan Pace, the buffoon he has been when it comes to figuring out this quarterback situation. Just go back and look at his quarterback moves. Signing Mike Glennon. Trading up for Trubisky. Maserati Mitch. Trading a 4th round pick for Nick Foles. Nick Foles, who's best known for a meme in the last 2 years than actually playing good football. And somehow beating Tom Brady. And being undefeated against him. And now, the red BB gun. Andy Dalton. Are you kidding me? This was the plan B? This was the consolation prize for Russell Wilson? And don't give me this, what could the Bears have done? They had nothing else. There were other quarterbacks out there. I would have much rather had Sam Darnold, Gardner Minshew, Marcus Smart. I would have rather had any one of those dudes over Andy Dalton. I would have rather had Mitch Trubisky back for $2.5 million than sign Andy Dalton for $10 with a $7.5 million signing bonus. What the hell are we doing? And then, because Ryan Pace is the GOAT when it comes to overpaying free agents, if he didn't trade for Nick Foles, if he didn't overpay for Robert Quinn, and didn't overpay for an old-ass Jimmy Graham, we would have had enough cap space to keep Kyle Fuller and Akeem Hicks. Instead, we're going to let those two go, two of our best defensive players. And now, the strong part of the team, which is the defense, is getting weaker. And the offense still ain't great because we still haven't found a damn solution for it. And something telling me they ain't getting fired. So that means Goofy George McAskey has basically given Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy another year. So basically they hoodwinked us. Pace and Nagy hoodwinked Bears fans into thinking this was an all-in year. Because if you're going all in, why would you cut Kyle Fuller or possibly trade him and let go of Akeem Hicks? Why would you do that? If it's an all-in season and just immediately panic and go to Andy Dalton. A desperate team wouldn't just go to Andy Dalton immediately. And what offensive line is Andy Dalton throwing behind? It's literally going to be in him and Dallas all over again next year. Decent receivers, talented running backs, but a not so great O-line. And as long as Ryan Pace is here, I don't trust this organization as long as Ryan Clown Pace is running the show. These moves don't make sense. Like, I'm failing to see the direction of this team. And it all started when he ended up trading up for Mitch Trubisky. He traded up for the wrong quarterback. When most of us knew Deshaun Watson was the guy. Even me, as a 13-year-old kid, I knew who the right quarterback was for the Bears to take. As a 13-year-old kid. Are you serious? And Ryan Pace, a goddamn NFL GM, couldn't recognize that Deshaun Watson was clearly better than Mitchell Trubisky. I'm not going to talk about Mahomes because he was a relative unknown. And I wasn't, I didn't really know him that much. But when I saw that he got drafted by the Chiefs, I was like, yeah, that's probably going to work. Him and Andy Reid. I mean, so if kids like me knew that Deshaun Watson was the right quarterback, how the hell did Ryan Pace know that? It is just mistake after mistake, overpay after overpay has put us in this situation. It's not about the fact that we signed Andy Dalton that's really making me angry. It's the fact that Ryan Pace put us in this situation where we had to pull out a desperation move for Russell Wilson, when we had to pay Andy Dalton, when we had to let go of Fuller and Hicks because we paid guys that don't deserve to be paid. And Ryan Pace is just a master of overpaying free agents. And then we got Matt Nagy, who's not great at developing quarterbacks. Because he couldn't develop Mitch Trubisky after 1 year. And don't give me this, the Bears went 8-8. Bro, we literally had one of the easiest schedules last year. We beat 7 teams that were worse than us. So, I mean, how impressive was an 8-8 record last year? And I told y'all, man, making the playoffs was the worst thing that could have happened to the Bears last year. The worst thing. Because what it did was, it gave Pace and Nagy another year. It's given them this rebuild window because we made the playoffs last year. And we screwed ourselves out of a top draft pick. We could have tanked. We could have finished 6-10, 7-9. Now we have a top 15 pick. We got a shot at a quarterback or a good offensive lineman. They're picking at 20. You think Seattle was going to accept a trade that started with the 20th pick in the draft? Hell no. Hell no. They weren't accepting no trade starting with no damn 20th overall pick. And Kyle Fuller and Akeem Hicks were your two main trade pieces. Come on, man. Like I knew after the Detroit loss earlier in the season, right, where we lost at home at Soldier Field, I said at that point, bro, we got to blow things up. But of course, we had to win the last 3 of the last 4, make the playoffs, lose to the Saints badly, and now we're stuck with Clown Pace, Numbskull Nagy, and Goofy George McCaskey. And toddler Ted Phillips. That's what we're stuck with. Because really, Ted Phillips don't know anything about football, so I'm gonna call him a toddler. Toddler brain when it comes to football. We're stuck with these clowns running the franchise. So, I guess that's it, man. It's just this offseason is just not going the way we planned. I thought we weren't going to get Russ, but I didn't imagine it would be this bad. The Bears found a way to go below my expectations for this damn football team. I don't know how they can go below my expectations, which were low in the first place. Man, I'm really at my wit's end, man. 2018 just feels so long ago, and ever since the double doink, it's just been nothing but heartbreak, disappointment, And I mean, do we really trust Ryan Pace with another rebuild at this point? Hell no. But of course, George McCaskey is going to give him another opportunity to rebuild this team. This team's going to be running to the ground. And it's just, Bears don't have a bright future right now, man. Maybe things will change near the draft, but as long as Pace is here, it's just not going to happen. Right? I mean, it's kind of been that way for the Bears. You know, I mean, going back to the Jay Cutler days, we kind of knew as long as Jay Cutler was a quarterback, we weren't winning anything. And it's about time we need a quarterback, bro. We've had dominant defenses and we haven't won anything. We need a quarterback. But I'm afraid we're just never going to find one, man. Man. The promise we had 3 years ago and what it's turned to now, I mean, at least the Eagles had to tear down their team, but they won a Super Bowl. The Jaguars, they tore their team down, their defense down, but at least they were a few plays away from the Super Bowl before once again the referees rigged the game for Tom Brady, because that's how it always goes. We don't even have that to show for it. We just have a double doink playoff loss to show for the great season we had in 2018. And now we're basically retooling again. And we're heading back to where we started in 2016, 2017. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Man, when is this football team ever going to get better, man? I'm at my wit's end. And I'm out, man.